We were at a crossroads as a company. Status quo was not an option that we were actually considering. We had a need. Shoppers Drug Mart had a need to have our team, our leadership team, but in fact the whole organization get comfortable that the culture we were embarking on in the combined company was one that met their expectations, fit with their values, and removed the anxiety because it was actually inhibiting performance. What we didn't know is what's the right path, who could support us, and what was the right process. What Being First and Walk the Talk were able to provide is a vehicle for us to, first of all, acknowledge some of the path that we've been on ourselves. Our journey was a transformation from a command and control organization, very much mirrored under many retail organizations, driven by merchant experts, to an organization that was much more about empowering teams to deliver value based on their read of the customers and their ability to deliver those value propositions. It was a very different way of operating the business, and we went on that journey for about 3 or 4 years. The construct of our transformation from command and control, merchant-driven organization to an empowered organization was very much about empowering teams as opposed to empowering individuals. It was very much about teams. And the foundation of that, the absolute foundation of that at the time was absence of trust. And we did a lot of work to create trust in the organization, in part through transparency and sharing of information, in part through people getting to know each other, as simple as that might sound, and in part through recognizing and rewarding people who were building foundations of trust within their own teams, and therefore creating those role models and those aspirational roles that people would go to. What Being First brought that was unique, and at least gave us a bit of an awakening, was that combination of effective individuals coupled with effective teams. And how do you build the strength of the individual and the self-awareness and the capability development within an individual at the same time as you're building capability as a team. And I think that was very awakening for us. It says that's an additive component to what we've been doing that we hadn't seen before. We emerged from that as a much stronger team, in what I considered actually the strongest team in retail in Canada. And spending 4 days together, working through the exercises together, sharing the exercise and the learnings together, and exchanging information on a team that trusted each other, knew each other really well, and emerged as a stronger team was kudos to Being First. Success, you have to be careful, and you have to stay humble and grounded. And the exercise of Walk the Talk and the relationship with Being First actually created awakening in what we thought was an awakened team. I was very impressed with that, and I think it made a big difference for our company.